In this video, we'll discuss no sugar, no carb foods. Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Zarowski and welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join our notification community so I can help you excel your health and your life. Now, have you ever wanted to lose weight? Have you ever wanted to cut that fat off your body? Have you ever wanted to tone up? Have you ever wanted to just reverse some of these different health conditions and symptoms that you're facing? Are you tired of being in pain? You know, one of the things I'm going to teach you in this video is how to actually go about doing all of that, how to help you achieve your health goals through no carb, no sugar foods, or at least as close as it comes to no carb, no sugar foods. And so in this video, we'll talk about how to do this. And when your gears start turning as to what am I supposed to eat in order to achieve these health goals, this is going to be where you're going to turn to. So let's go ahead and get started. First on our list here is meat. Now, when it comes to meat, we always want to make sure we're choosing good, sustainably raised sources for meat. You know, we want to make sure that we're not just getting the cheapest thing that we can find because, of course, that's not good. And that doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money. That means that you just have to make better choices. You can go to farmers markets. You can go and, meet local farmers so that you can actually buy meat from them, farmers that you can trust. And so anyway, some of the great meats that you can actually look to are beef, lamb, pork, and chicken. So these are all great sources and things to eat when you're looking for no carb, no sugar foods. Next is eggs, okay? You hear me talk about eggs quite a bit. You know, they're great because they're high protein, they're high fat. We want to make sure that we're also getting good sourced eggs as well. Cage-free, sustainably raised eggs, okay? Not, once again, the cheapest one you can find. And it's not about spending a whole bunch of money. It's just, once again, if you know a farmer that you can buy some eggs from, you can get them very cheap that way. And you know that they're taking care of their animals well. And so that means you're going to get a good quality egg. Now, eggs also have a good array of vitamins in them as well. So very good, healthy food. Next on our list is fish. Okay, fish are always a great thing to turn to because they have a nice, good, high fat content. Okay, low carb right here. Salmon, sardines, once again, a nice high fat fish, mackerel, trout, and tuna. So these are all really good sources of a good no carb or low carb food. Now, the other thing you have to be aware of here is you always want to make sure you're buying good quality fish as well. Okay, we don't want to get the farm raised stuff. We want to just get the natural stuff that actually just was raised out in the lakes, raised out in the ocean. Okay, not stuff that was raised at a farm in a very poor environment. Next here is vegetables, okay? When we think vegetables, we want to think those vegetables that are going to be low carbohydrates, but are also going to be very high in nutrient. Now, we also, when we think vegetables, want to think about buying good quality vegetables, okay? So we want to make sure that we're getting organic when possible. Use the farmer's market method as well if you want to save some money. But when we look at vegetables, it's important to make sure that we're not getting these vegetables that are just soaked in glyphosate. I recently did a video on glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in Roundup, and how it's being increasingly found in higher amounts in the human bloodstream, and also how it's linked to cancer and so many other major health crises that people are facing today. So be aware of that. Bell peppers are great, broccoli, spinach, cauliflower is great because you can make so many different things out of it. You know, mashed cauliflower, fried rice. Avocados are great. You can take those, split them in half, put a little sea salt on them. Makes a great lunch or addition to your lunch. Lettuce, green beans, cucumber, celery, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. You know, these are all really great vegetables that you can consume. Once again, when your wheels start turning, going, what do I need to eat in order to improve my health? This is it right here. Okay, lots of this too. And then you take these right here and you can even saute them in some of these oils and fats right here, but even finish them in like fats like butter, and it tastes really incredible. So fats and oils, coconut oil, butter, olive oil, and avocado oil. These are all important because when we look at these fats and oils, they're good for a couple reasons. First of all, they help maintain our health. Our nervous system is literally made of fat. Our brain is a big blob of fat for the most part. And when we look at the rest of the body, the cells, they all need these good fats. And these fats are also very satiating, so they hold us over well. And so we want to make sure that we're eating these good fats and, of course, staying away from the bad fats. And I'll put a video link in the description here because I did a video on good fats versus bad fats. And if you haven't seen that, you'll want to because you want to make sure you're staying away from these inflammatory fats. Next on our list here is high-fat dairy. Okay, once again, this is a good source of a no-carb, no-sugar, low-carb, low-sugar food here. when we look at this, it's going to be, we want to make sure that we're buying full fat, and we also want to make sure that we're buying organic when possible. Okay, we also look at, milk just the way we look at meat and anything else. Buying good quality is very important, and many people get caught up in the whole idea that because they're trying to lose fat that they need to eat the low fat. You actually want to be eating the high fat. It's very good for you. Cheese, butter, yogurt, and heavy cream, all really great sources right there. And when we look at things like yogurt, we want to make sure that we're getting the no sugar stuff. We're getting the one that's not flavored, okay, because obviously the ones that have more sugar than a can of soda is not going to be a good way to go there. So keep that in mind. Nuts and seeds, whenever possible with nuts and seeds, we want to make sure that we're buying raw, okay? This is important because when we take these different nuts and seeds that are roasted, it denatures the fats in them. So if we get them raw, then we can go and take these fats and actually be able to utilize them and get a lot of benefit from them. Some of the great low carb ones are going to be almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, Brazil nuts, and macadamia nuts. Okay, these are great because they're especially great because they're high in fat right here. The next thing on our list is beverages. Okay, one of the things that people have a big struggle with is they're consuming coffee in the morning that has more sugar than a can of soda, and then they're consuming sodas throughout the day. Let's stick to good quality beverages. Think coffee, tea, water, sparkling water, and of course, if you're looking for an alcoholic beverage, a dry wine is great here as well. Now, when we look at the coffee, once again, keeping that sugar out of it, the tea, keeping the sugar out of it, stay away from the sodas, the sugary drinks, because they are destroying your health. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make. They get hung up on these sugary drinks that literally are just, stopping them from achieving any health goal that they want. So we need to stay away from them. Next on our list is fruits. Okay, when we look at fruits, it's the same thing like vegetables. We want to make sure that we're getting good quality sources of them. Now, fruits in general, one of the things that we want to do is eat in moderation. Okay, we don't want to go overboard here, but the other thing is we want to stick to low glycemic index fruits that offer a high amount of antioxidants. Okay, so we're kind of sticking to those fruits that offer the most bang for the buck, so to speak. Now, when we look at fruits, we're thinking berries. We're thinking blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, gooseberries, strawberries, and then low glycemic fruits as well, like grapefruit or green apples. Okay, these are all great. And these are all going to help you lose weight. Once again, once your wheels are turning going, wow, I want to start actually eating better. What do I eat? Any of these foods I mentioned in this presentation today are going to be foods that you want to go for. Now, also, if you're really looking to lose weight, you want all of my top tricks and tips put together in just one place, go ahead and check out this video that I did on how you can actually lose weight and do it very efficiently, do it naturally. It's an incredible video. So lastly here, be sure to put any comments or questions you have in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. And then lastly, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and check out my other videos on how you can improve your health. I'll see you in the next video.